is going on, people of YouTube or TikTok, wherever I upload this? Let me just scoot that over a little bit. If you can hear me, that's not my mic quality, seeing how good this is. It's your boy here, Way of the Lock, and today we are going over... That's not what I wanted. I was trying to find the back of a card. Oh, there it is. Today we are going over a deck profile for Star Wars Unlimited card game. It's a game I recently got into this year, and this is a deck that I took into locals, in my local card shop, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I got my ass handed to me. I mean, I did put up a good fight. I did learn a lot of lessons about the card game. But with that out of the way, guys, let me, talk to you about the deck that I have constructed, that I wanted to use in the locals, and that I'm still going to currently use and work on to this day. So starting things off, we're having the Bo-Katan leader. I don't know if you guys can see that. But we got the Bo-Katan leader right there. There's a flip effect right there. I used to run Sabine, but one of the employers at the card shop told me that Bo-Katan was better suited for this deck. We also got the blue base, 30 health remote village as well. So it's a blue-red heroism base. And this definitely revolves around bringing out cheap bodies, chipping away at your opponent and their units as well. Hence the Bo-Katan effect, where a Mandalorian, and this deck is filled with Mandalorians, does damage. I can deal an additional damage with Bo-Katan's effect. But yeah, so that's why Bo-Katan's the leader. We're starting things off with 3 copies of Follower of the Way. While this unit is upgraded, it gets +1/+1. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of upgrades in this deck, a lot of chances for it to get that +1/+1, and it definitely comes in handy. Another thing that we are doing is 3 copies of Sabine Wren. On attack, it can deal damage to a defender or the base as well. Again, you'll definitely notice that this deck has a lot of low-cost stuff, because it's one of those you want to get bodies out. The way I envision the deck is getting your bodies out fast and just chipping away at your opponent's base. I was playing more protective, and I should have did more aggro in the locals. That was definitely my bad. But you win some and you lose some. You learn from your failures. We also have 3 copies of the Kensu Owan. It's a sabotage, so it ignores sentinels. Which, by the way, there's a lot of sabotage stuff on here. So if you ever playing, if you ever have a deck that deals with sentinels, this deck kind of bypasses it. It also has, when this unit deals combat damage to a base, you can defeat an upgrade that costs 2 or less. That effect really doesn't come in handy as much. But yeah, 3 copies of that. We also have 3 copies of the Housecast Soldier. Again, another cheap sabotage. Again, just for that, cheap old damage. You swing with her, then your next turn, Bo-Katan deals, chip damage. But yeah, 3 copies of those. We have 2 copies of Clan Rescuer. I might, if I can find a way to get a 3rd copy of this, I'll run this at 3, because I want this, like this combo with this guy, because like if you can play this guy first, Follow the Way, and then Clan Rescuer, you can equip it here, give the experience to a follower, and he gets that that +1/+1. But yeah, I don't know, maybe it is right to play that too, because I want to play Follower at 3, play that one at 2, because I want to get Follow out first, and then get Clan. Not a lot of space units. We have... Oh yeah, definitely not a lot, because we have 1 Conqueror Dawn Acceptor, and then we have 1 copy of Razor Quest. I'm not heavily focused on... Oh, no, wait. Yes, I am. Oh, and then we have... My bad. But yeah, no, it's still a low cost when it comes to space. But yeah, so we have one copy of Condor Dawn Inceptor for Sentinel and gets +2/+0 while defending. Restore to Razor Crest. Also can get an upgrade from the discard pile to my hand. And then 3 copies of the Arc 170 Restored Fighter. Again, run these at 3 because they're cheap and easy to play out. We also have an upgrade that makes these Mandalorians, so that way Bo-Katan can pop off when this guy attacks. Sentinel, just again, in case your opponent has a lot of space, which is technically what I do with Bo-Katan's effect, is I'll use her effect to chip away at anything in space. But yeah, that is Space Unit. For big beefy bodies, for the unboard, we have there we go. We have Finru. One player I can play an upgrade with play cost of 2 or less. New Slash, there's going to be a lot of 2 or less stuff in here. When I play an upgrade on this unit, give an enemy -2/-2 for this phase. The Mandalorian Sentinel, I can heal all damage from a unit that costs 2 or less and give 2 shield tokens to it. Clan Challenger, might run this at 2, like swap this out for 2 of this, but this is the end game board where, you know, he gets Raid 3 and he gets Overwhelm as well. Well, when this unit is upgraded, it gains Overwhelm. But yeah, we also have 1 copy of the Armorer. When played, give a shield token to each of up to 3 Mandalorian units. Those are my big beefy boys and girl for the deck. Another ground unit that we are running. 2 copies of Brain Invader. A new unique ability that, you know, each leader loses all abilities except for epic actions and can't gain abilities. Yeah, can't gain abilities. So it does shut down Bo-Katan, but in case your opponent has a pesky leader that you don't want popping off, this is something that you definitely want to do. If he ever gets too annoying, you can. I'm sure there's always a way that you can pop them yourself. But yeah, no, this is just here just shut down leaders. I run it at 2. I might run it at 1. Who knows? I gotta still play test it in the simulation website. When it comes to upgrades, we play 2 vanilla of the Resilence. Just, you know, increases the health, gives it +3 when it comes to the health. 1 copy of the Infiltrator skills. Attached unit gains Sabotage. We also have top target. Attached unit gains Bounty, heal 4 damage, or heal 6 if it's a unique character. Another bounty we have is Wanted. I only play it at 1 because I don't want to brick with it. Basically, attached unit gains Bounty, ready 2 friendly resources. And then the card I was talking about previously, we have the 1-drop Foundling. This is what's going to give your Restored Arc 170 Mandalorian. Attached unit gains Mandalorian trait. You can equip this to space units. But yeah, we run this at 3 because we want to see this and the 170 in your hand at the same time. We also have 1 more bounty card, which is Public Enemy. Attached unit gains bounty, give a shield token to a unit. This one, you know, doesn't really pop off as much. And then for the last upgrade, we have Rich Reward, which attached unit gains bounty, give a experience token to each of up to 2 units. And again, it's not specific about you know, if it's space or ground, so you can put it on any. But yeah, that is the upgrades we have right there. Let me just get this guy right here. Boom, boom. When it comes to events, we have 1 copy of Open Fire, deal 4 damage to a unit. Again, mostly my event damage cards I'm using for the space unit because most of my ground units can keep my opponent at bay. And, you know, my event cards and my effect damage will just be for space. We have 1 copy of Repair, heal 3 damage to a unit or a base. Moment of Peace gives a shield token to a unit. I will admit, Open Fire is the only 3 costs. Well, not the only, because my big bodies I run 1 of. But yeah, Open Fire I run 1 of because it's a 3 cost. Again, this deck is, I call it the, you know, the cheap, you know, the thrift shop deck. Because, you know, everything's so low cost. 3 copies of Force Throw. because I found out the hard way that hand control is actually very fucking good. Choose a player. That player discards a card from their hand. It does have another ability where if you control a force unit, you may deal damage to a unit. The second part we're not going to have because we don't have a force unit in here, but we can still have a opponent discard a card, and yeah, it's a one drop event card, which can really come in handy. One copy of Restock. Choose up to 4 cards in the discard pile. Put them on the bottom of the owner's deck in a random order. We play this at 1 copy because just in case the game does prolong, and let's say you're almost about to deck out, Restock refills your deck up. The most important event card in this deck: 3 copies of This Is the Way. Search the top 8 cards of my deck for up to 2 Mandalorians and or upgrade cards. Reveal them, draw them, and put the rest at the bottom of the deck in any order. Run these at 3, so that way if I have a bricked hand and this is in here, I can find a way to get my Mandalorians. 1 copy of deal 2 damage to a unit or a base. Daring Raid. That's what the event's called. If I can get 2 more copies, I definitely want to run this at 3. 2 copies of Grenade Strike to deal 2 damage to a unit, and then I may deal 1 damage to another unit in the same area. And then another addition for 1 drop, I have the High Ground. Choose a friendly unit. Each enemy unit gets -4, -0 while attacking that unit this phase. So a good way to prevent your body from taking a lot of damage. But yeah, guys, that is the Bo-Katan Mandalorian deck. I do have a side deck for this. So the side deck, mostly it's upgrades and units. The only 2 upgrades are the Van Brandt's grapple shot attached to a non-vehicle unit. Attached unit gains on attack, exhaust the defender. So we can basically exhaust an enemy unit so that way they can attack for the phase. We also have Mandalorian armor. When played, if attached to a Mandalorian unit, give a shield token to it. What else is in my side deck is we have 2 copies of Protector of the Throne. It's a 3 drop. When it's upgraded, it gains Sentinel. I put it in the side deck because I really don't need it. It's one of those like just in case I need a Sentinel in the deck. Another cheap code we have at 3, we play Spec Force Soldier. When played, a unit loses Sentinel for this phase. So if you don't have your Sabotage or anything that has Sabotage, you can play this, and then for the phase, that unit doesn't have Sentinel, which is really cool. This one, since I don't have a red base, I might probably have to pay tax on it. I might take it out of the side deck, but it's Bo-Katan. When defeated, for each player with 15 or more damage on their base, draw a card. Pretty neat. I probably don't need it. I might swap it out for something else. I am taking suggestions in the comments below. But yeah, guys, so that is the Bo-Katan Mandalorian deck. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll catch you on the flip side. I'm Way of the Law, Yin from the Yin Yang Show, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.